One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. And when you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Glad to have you with us from SB Ballard Stadium in Norfolk, home to the Old Dominion Monarchs. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Monarchs offense will take the field first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. So now it's 2nd and long. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He lost it high and deep down the left side.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollock, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
Breaks into the open. No one's going to get him. Touchdown. With that last one, he now has 40 career touchdown catches.
I mean, he's just been a playmaker. This guy, they feature him. He's been in the end zone that many times because they can feature him in so many ways. They find ways to get him the football. because Palmer, he always makes plays.
And he's always open even when he's not. Throughout his career, think about single cover, double cover, triple cover. You're still throwing him the ball because he's going to find a way to make it happen. 40 TD catches. That is awesome.
And the extra point splits the uprights. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. And the Monarchs are in the hurry-up. Second down, they'll go to the air. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front, and they're able to get to the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Bring in the heat. He'll pull it down. The last thing you need is this guy getting knocked around. Wisely avoids the hit with the slide. The Monarchs decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Still running at the 35. Turning it on! And it's in there for a touchdown.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Safe completion on the screen. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Offense in the hurry-up.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
But you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Rushes on him, and here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense trying to take it back. Don't just make a play, make a play. Fumble recovery, scoop, and score for the touchdown.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. He'll start the return inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
And the Monarchs will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. And now this offense will take the field again. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Past the 40. Puts him in the spin cycle. Wide open. Strolls into the end zone for a touchdown.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Set to kick this one away. He'll bring it out. It's Prince. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. They have been bludgeoned right out of the gate in this one now to try to find their footing and get back in this game. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get first downs and hopefully move the football.
The Monarchs really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Monarchs have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. The flag flies in as this one falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on.
Illegal touchdown. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go?
Here we go.
Hand off from the shotgun. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31. How bold will they be on third down after that last run?
Here we go.
From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Monarchs will call on their punt team. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Try to get it to the edge. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 20. Lean for the wire. Touchdown.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they tacked on the extra point. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. Maybe they learned something from their opening script of plays, David, but other than that, this has been an abject disaster.
And I think they learned what not to do. I mean, this has been an abject disaster. They haven't done anything right, offense, defense. Palmer, this one's ugly, and it's still early.
Yeah, I'd normally say, well, it's first quarter, just don't worry about it, there's time, but...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
And the Monarchs will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed. They're not going to give it right back to him.
There he goes. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, Because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timed.
Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. Now the toss. Smashes through the tackle. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown, at least for now.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that, and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounted.
And into the end zone for a touchdown. That, his 40th career touchdown run.
This guy's had a lot of success throughout his career, but 40 touchdowns is something that's pretty commendable, David. He continues to challenge himself each and every game and every year to get better.
Yeah, just the consistency has been so impressive. The offense is built around him. Like, he's going to get the football, he's going to be featured, and still finds the end zone week after week.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. From the gun, the ground game. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Brings up third down.
Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. He's looking downfield to throw, and they fail to hook up on third down.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on third down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm, but you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
And the offense takes the field ready to go back to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Across the 35. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. He now has 85 yards on the ground, and he just continues to turn in productive performance after productive performance. That's how you lead the nation in rushing. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Trying to turn the corner on the right. Shakes off the defender. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
The best offenses are the ones that can run the football in the red zone when the defense knows it's coming. It's hard to throw the ball down in this area of the field. They go with the toss play, and they pick up a big gainer.
Here comes the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Looking down the middle. Snares it with those big hands and strolls into the end zone for the touchdown. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback, receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
The Monarchs will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Hauls it in, looking for space. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Going airborne! He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Great place to start for this offense. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man. Oh, there might have been trouble if they hadn't knocked him down so quickly.
Gain of 9.
2nd and short now after that completion. They'll run it from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. And it'll be a touchdown. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he added the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out.
Set to kick off.
He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls on the football.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Gonna swing it on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's locked. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now facing a 3rd and long. 29 Philly. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
And the Monarchs will bring the punt team onto the field. Hauls it in at the 40. He gets a block. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. And the offense out on the field to go back to work.
42 Spider. 4-2.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. This time it's complete. Breaks into the open. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in a first half.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down.
Here we go.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And a good solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
They can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Take over. 1st and 10.
The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. 3rd down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Blasted as he lets it go. Snagged in the middle, it's Brown. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. The Monarchs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Can't hang on, is incomplete. I think he was bracing for the hit and didn't hang on to the football. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Butler. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The corners are walked up tight. Wants to throw on third. Right down the middle. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. And the Monarchs will punt it away on fourth down. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Special teams coming through as they pin them back. They'll mark it dead at the 10. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Goes to the option. Touchdown, Old Dominion!
Practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up, they take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
On the move from inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Quick pass on the jet motion. Creates a little space. Moving past the 25. All kinds of room to the right. At the 30. Past the 10.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense got it. They're on the run. And he's going to make it all the way in for a touchdown off the fumble recovery.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Now the play fake. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
No fair catches here, looking for room. He couldn't find much running room there, didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. They'll go back to work on offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Fighting off the defender. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
One snap coming before they head to the locker room. Running into the open space. He gets just inside the red zone and goes out of bounds at the 19. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. He might want another play. They'll give it to him again. Fights off a defender. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's